Where do the Republicans stand? Well, why don't we just quote the Republican minority leader, whose name I won't mention, but let's just say he represents the Republicans in this House. He's their leader. So in an interview with the newspaper in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he said that this bill was a nuclear weapon to kill an ant. I got the exact quote here, so maybe I should just read that. I don't want to misquote him because what he said was so outrageous. Let's see. He said, oh, that's the Social Security, which we ought to come to here in a moment. And Social Security, just touching on it, he said, we ought to raise the Social Security age to 70 so we can finance the Afghan war. Oh, wait a minute. Did you really mean that, Mr. Leader? Where is it? Here we go. Let's see. He said, this is killing an ant with a nuclear weapon when referring to the Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Bill. Killing an ant with a nuclear weapon. Well, I'm sorry, but it is a clear indication of where the Republicans stand. They're clearly standing with the big banks. And on the Senate side, in the last 2 days, the financial regulation to pay for this was going to be paid for by the big banks. But the Republicans in the Senate said, oh, no, you can't make the banks pay for the regulation. You can't make the NFL football team pay for the referees. No, you can't do that. What you've got to do is to make the taxpayers pay for regulating the banks. Whose side are you on here? It's perfectly clear when you look at all of these whose side you're on. When the minority leader, the Republican leader, says the effort to rein in Wall Street and protect consumers is killing an ant with a nuclear weapon. Well, I'm sorry. Wall Street is not an ant. The 6 biggest banks control about 70% of all of the market, all of the financial market by just 6. These are not ants. These are gigantic ant eaters, and we're the ants that they're eating. So we've got to get this straight. Whose side are you on? The financial meltdown, the biggest downturn since the Great Depression, 8 million jobs lost. It's not an ant. This is my neighbor who lost his job. This is the homeowner who lost their home. And this is the unemployed person that's begging for our help in continuing the unemployment insurance because this economy has not yet turned around. These are very, very serious things. There's a couple of other things we really ought to get to here, and if you can work with me on this. We